After a week in the Royal Newfoundland Yacht Club, we have reached this just unbelievable Fika place. We have done a week of preparations in the Royal Newfoundland Yacht Club, and now we are heading out of the...
What Marcus was going to say is that we are now heading out of Conception Bay. The ice situation does not yet allow us to head for Greenland, as the coast is still blocked by sea ice. The Danish Meteorological Institute is providing ice charts almost daily, and for the past week there has been a significant improvement in the ice concentration, and we feel confident that it's possible it should clear up in the coming week. But until then, we keep enjoying the beautiful nature of Canada in company with the Zora crew.
And we're leaving this beautiful place behind after a super nice raft up Fika, and now we're heading for befor, our next stop, before we probably take the jump to Fogo. But just the nature around here is just unbelievable, and we cannot wait to get even more cool places on the way to Greenland.
What a day! We are barely moving with the Janneker, but we are sailing and we are moving, and it's just a warm sunny day. It's almost like the Caribbean, but a bit colder in the water.
Just a lovely weather, and we see puffins fishing or what they do really close to the boat. So the nature around here is incredible. We also saw a minke whale just 100 meters from us, just swimming. It's beautiful. Our route north continues. We are heading to Fogo. It's a 24-hour jump, and then we will be even closer to Greenland to make a jump from Fogo, or maybe we go up to Labrador. It depends on the weather, but for now it looks like Fogo is it's a good stop, and we'll see from there. Unfortunately, the wind is not that strong, so we are motoring, but it will pick up. So the weather forecast looks pretty good. We will have a downwind sail for the next 24 hours before we reach Fogo.
The wind is back and we are sailing! Oh, it's always nice when you shut off the noisy engine and just can listen to the waves and the wind and just enjoy.
Linnea.
The wind died down just long enough for us to enjoy the spectacular whales swimming past us. As they dove under the surface for the last time, the wind filled our sails again. Almost like they had stopped the wind to allow us to watch them, and now they decided it was time for us to move along again. The weather conditions were great, and perfect for making an overnight jump to get a bit more north. The afternoon was made up of taking naps in the cockpit, and as night fell, we settled into our usual shift schedule, taking turns keeping watch and sleeping. As the sun was rising again, we got new visitors swimming with us. At first, it looked like it was this big pod of pilot whales chasing us in the red sunrise. But short after, they were joined by these two. I'm no expert, but looking at the fins, I would guess it's two humpback whales who decided to join us. They only swam with us for about 10 minutes, but they were curious and came up closer than what we had seen before. These encounters with whales are really one of the most special things about sailing here, as it is so different from the other experiences we have made during our cruising journey. Being in a boat right next to them that is smaller than the animals themselves also make you truly realize just how big they actually are.
We are moving, and now you might wonder if we are on our way to Greenland, and I'm sad to say that we are not. We are ready, the boat are ready, but the weather is not ready. Even the ice is ready actually, but there's right now 2 low pressure systems coming out from the Labrador Sea that will make it quite messy the coming week, so we'll wait a few more days to see if we can pass maybe behind those lows to get a bit better wind angle and also a nicer passage with less wind. So we are just heading to another island here, just a few hours, to see something new and hopefully also fill up the water tanks with water and maybe also fill up with some fuel. That's the plan. Wait for weather.
Jävlar!
Massive!
Whoa! What big humpbacks! Woohoo! Really close! Just seeing these big creatures swim by, oh, it's just magical. They're so cool. I love whales.
We had hoped for a bit more wind, but it's forecasted to be more wind, so I'm sure it will pick up any minute now.
This is typical champagne sailing. Just flat seas and the beautiful scenery and nature around. Unfortunately, the Canadians in Newfoundland, they also use the jet skis. It's a bugger.
I hate the weather here. This morning when we looked at it, it looked super great to leave for Greenland sometime tomorrow around lunch, which is also why we went to this little fishing village, because here's a grocery store, we could get water, we could fill up with some fuel that we have used these past days coming here. And now this like nighttime update of the weather, it looks like it's no good weather window at all actually. So everything is prepared, we were super prepared, and now it looks like if we leave right now we will or rather if we leave tomorrow we will arrive to Greenland in quite nasty high gusting winds. And high gusting winds combined with some ice is not really something that we would like. So I guess we are just waiting for the new forecast that's coming tomorrow morning and see if it has changed again for the better. Otherwise we might have to spend a few more days, maybe a week here, and that will pretty much mean that our time then is up. So right now it feels like this could actually break our entire dream to go to Greenland. Look at this happy crew! The forecast, the morning forecast, looks a lot more like it did yesterday morning, not at all like it did yesterday evening. So right now Greenland is a go. We will depart a bit later this afternoon to be able to check final weather before we leave the coast here. But if it holds up like this, we are sailing to Greenland this afternoon. Whoop whoop! Feels a bit nervous. And Marcus is laughing at me behind the camera. But we are super excited for this. It looked so depressing yesterday, but now it actually looks like we will make it there before the low hits. What do you think, Captain?
I think it looks pretty good actually. The weather has calmed down a lot when we arrive, so if it stays like that, it will be a great arrival in Greenland, I think, in good conditions. And
In 5 days.
In 5 days. And if it's getting worse again, then we just have to wait around outside Greenland until the weather gets good again, because we cannot enter Greenland in ice in bad weather with white waves,
White caps.
caps on the waves. So
nope, that's
it's just
our
impossible.
concern.
That's our biggest concern right now. The weather window overall looks good, but it's the low. If it comes earlier or later, hopefully later, so we can tie up in Quacker Torque safely before the low hits us.
Yes.
Now we have 24 hours more
margin.
Margin, a bit more than that actually. So we really hope that this weather forecast is
the right one.
The right one, yeah.
Well, I guess we just decided that either way, when we depart, since it will be a 5-day crossing, either way we won't really know what the weather will be when we actually arrive. So it could be that we leave here and it looks like it will be perfect conditions and we get pretty bad conditions, or it is like now it looks like we could have good conditions and it could be even better, or it could turn worse. So I guess we just have to take it as we go.
That's a tricky part sailing to Greenland, because the lows are building up pretty quick and they just pop up and then they're gone. So, and they pop up in just a few days and then they're gone just in 24 hours or so, or 48 hours. So it's really hard to predict them. So you're more or less just count on that they will pop up, and you just have to time them when they do.
Yes.
That's the tricky part.
Yes. So cross your fingers for us that we will have a good passage. We're going to end this video here and head up, have a shower here in the marina. We really need it.
Fill up some water.
Fill up some water, make sure everything is offline that we might need. And yeah, we have 6 hours of preparations and then we're good to go.
Then we're off.
Yes. So see you on our way to Greenland then.
See you on our way to Greenland, and make sure to subscribe and also join our Patreon crew. We really appreciate it, and make some comments and just wave us on the way to Greenland, and see you next week, guys.
Bye.